Let's try here.
I think we're live. I think we're live.
Past present.
Let me do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, magandang gabi. I'm Albine. Welcome to Learning with Albine. But of course, this is about. Let me see. Yeah, this is about learning Tagalog. Yes, and what is Tagalog? Tagalog is the language of the Philippines. And yes, speaking of language of the Philippines, don't you know that it's Buwan ng Wika? Buwan ng Wika, which means National Language Month. Or to translate it literally, it means Buwan ng Pambansang Wika. Buwan ng Pambansang Wika. And with regards to Pambansang Wika, I don't want to comment or explain a lot of that because it's quite controversial. Okay, so I would really just like to focus on helping people learn how to speak or communicate with Filipinos, because of course my target audience are non-Filipinos and also second generation immigrants who are like born their parents are Filipinos but born outside the Philippines, like especially born here in North America. Hello, how are you? Are you here with me? Yes, Bruce is here. And
Speak up a little bit.
yeah, speak up a little bit. If I have audience tonight, please say hi. And are you a child of a Filipino? Yes, we want you. But of course, other than that, we are also expecting non-Filipinos, but soon to be having a Filipino family. Yeah? Yes, and you wish to speak with your Filipino family, of course. You want to learn Tagalog. And this month of August is Buwan ng Wika. It's really official as commemoration or celebration or honoring our mother tongue in the Philippines. Yes, whether it's Filipino or Tagalog or Cebuano. Yes, so whatever it is you acknowledge to be your native language is mabuhay. Yes, and yeah, and again, this is Albine. I teach Tagalog. I have more than 10 years of teaching experience, but I'm teaching Tagalog since I got here since 2019, because I immigrated here in the United States and I saw the demand from people who wish to learn Tagalog. Come on, join us. Please, I know, I think I have audience, and please acknowledge, and nice to see you here. Are you repeat viewer? Maraming salamat. Nandito, nagkita tayong muli. Or sana makita ko ang pangalan ninyo sa comment section. And if you are new in this channel and you just found me, yes, congratulations. Consider subscribing so that you get more lessons like this, how to speak Tagalog. And let me introduce what we have for today. And problem statement, of course. What root words accept prefix E? Okay. Another question. How to form the past, present, and future tenses of the E verbs? Another question, and maybe last for this episode. How do I use E verbs in a Tagalog sentence? How is that? And yeah, welcome once more. Attendance, please. If you are live audience, tell me where are you watching me from, or if you are old audience, come on, don't be shy. Tell me you're here, and if you are watching this on replay, that's good thing also. Yeah, and comment down below. Yes, and please tell me.
Comment down below and tell her she's watching. If you're watching her on a replay.
Yes, tell us.
We'd like to know.
Yes, and you hear that from Bruce. There's Bruce next to me. He is also one like you who wish to learn speak Tagalog. And of course, he is supporting what I do here. Yes, and please acknowledge what I'm doing here. It's not really so easy. Lots of preparations, and tell me if you appreciate this channel. If my content, of course, my contents, my main goal is to give you valuable contents and to help you, really help you, sincere help you. And imagine, this is for free. I do it. I do this for you. For free, okay. No, although occasionally I was asking donation, please, but of course we want fuel. Okay, and let me do this first, quick. Okay, there you go. And another thing I like to show you is this. This is very important thing. This material is very important thing. And yeah, I kind of reconfigure it a little bit. Okay, so these are our questions for today. I've already mentioned this, and of course, let's do straight now to the lesson now. And I will be waiting for your comment, questions, right? Help with Tagalog. Okay, let's do that tonight. Balik aral. Balik aral means review. Review what we had the other week, like, because if you've been following me for a while now, so it's alternating week, right? Last week it was Tagalog conversation, and then 2 weeks before, 2 weeks ago it was this kind of content that we have about grammar thing, especially prefixes, yes, or conjugations. So if you were with me on the previous grammar lesson, we studied prefix E, yes, and recall that prefix E result in an object-focused verb. Object-focused verb. Okay, if you are beginner in Tagalog, this could be quite difficult for you, but have patience. Yes, and for intermediate in Tagalog, I bet you know what object focus mean, although still you have difficulty how to identify the object focus versus the other one is subject focus verb, or doer or actor focus verb. This time is object. Yeah. Let me see. Later we will have lots and lots of sentence examples. Okay. Okay. It implies. It should have been IES. It implies that an object is used as a tool. And also sometimes it means to do something, to do somebody a favor, or sometimes it means that the object is to move from one location to another. To move from one location to another. That was our topic in the previous episode. And of course, let's have verb examples. What I've shared with you last episode, or yeah, prior to this topic. Ilagari. And of course, if you don't know where to get those old videos, there's the playlist. We have the playlist. Please find the link later, of course, after you're done with this video or live tutorial. Later, there's the description. There's the link to the description about playlist. Yes. And of course, we want playlists, so you know what you miss, right? You can refer to it if ever you miss certain episodes. Now let's tell you, let me tell you, or let's recall some verbs. Lagari. Lagari means to saw, and then ibato. Ibato means to throw something or to hit. To use that object to hit something, to target something, ibato. And then itahi is like create something or make a dress or stitch something for somebody. And then ibigay, of course, give this thing to somebody. So there's transition, ibigay. And of course, itapat means front. So this is something, and then there's another thing that you need to put itapat, itapat. And then ikanan means to turn right. And then iakyat, what do you say?
Finish.
Then iakyat means to bring something upstairs. What is the question?
So how do you pronounce the third one?
Itahi, itahi, itahi.
Okay.
Ilay.
So
Okay.
the little accent mark above it means to go up.
And what accent mark? The I accent
Yeah.
mark. It means that it guides you. These stress marks would guide you how to pronounce the words.
So it goes up. So itahi.
Yes, there's glottal stop. And you say it mabilis faster. Itahi, itahi.
So
When you do this.
which the A is
Yeah.
more
E-
relaxed.
Yes, ibigay. Yes, ibigay.
It's a silly thing, but I just
You just
picked that up.
realize that.
Yeah.
Actually, this I covered these stress marks and pronunciation to intermediate level of my lessons or my course, intermediate. But if you're beginner, I don't require you to understand it that much. But the thing is, you're aware that there are stress marks and how to use it. You go proceed to intermediate course of mine. Intermediate for all.
I think I'm ready for intermediate.
Yeah, okay. Yes, and let's do next page. Next page. Okay, vocabulary building for you. I prepared some graphics, root words that may turn into verbs. So, root word utos. Utos literally means errand. Utos or chores. It can be it can mean two things. It can be chores or errand. Utos. And then pasok means enter. And then akyat means go upstairs. Akyat. Okay. I hope you appreciate my pictures, graphics. And let's do next page. More graphics. And then this is the damit. Damit, of course. Dress, damit. Kuha for the verb get. What is it? Something that you get from your fridge. Get. And then boto, granting that the guy speaking is a politician. So what you have to do is to vote for this politician. So the root word is boto. Of course, boto as a noun is something that you wrote on your ballot. That's the boto. Okay. And boto also easy to remember because it sounds like vote. Yeah, so Filipinos or Philippine language in the past or even these days we change V to B. And then of course another thing is luto for cook. Okay, next. And yeah, but I'd like to remind you, speaking of intermediate, that's all about my premium one-on-one classes. Okay, and consider that it's one-on-one tutoring, coaching for you if you want to accelerate your Tagalog. And of course, we are using our custom-made e-learning site, and that's hosted by Moodle Cloud. Yeah. And let's do next. And of course, we are on Instagram and we are on Facebook. Please consider meeting us over there in other platform. Okay, next. And today, this episode, we will be studying indicative moods of this E group of verbs. So we would be I will be teaching you how to form the past, present, and future tenses of the verb. Okay. And yeah, let's start that right away this time. Now, how to form the future tense of E verb. Yes. So first, let's do this. Consider. Repeat the first syllable of the root word. Take note, repeat the first syllable of the root word. So for example, damit is the root word. So you have to repeat the first syllable. Damit. First syllable for kuha, it will turn into kukuha. First syllable of boto, boto. Another thing, papasok. Another thing, lalabas. Another thing, aakyat. But it doesn't end there. Next step, you have to do apply e as prefix. Apply e as prefix because this belongs to e group of verbs. E dadamit. Okay, repeat after me if you are a beginner.
Huh?
Okay, you follow?
No. No, I do not. It's okay. So
Catch up.
if it's future tense,
Yeah, future tense.
you repeat the first syllable of the root word, right?
Okay.
Oh, dadamit. But if you put I in front of it,
E baby,
or
stop.
E,
Yeah.
if you put E in front of it, then what does that do? Is that still future tense?
Yeah, it's just the first step. Your step 1 is not complete. That's why there's step number 2.
Oh, okay.
So to complete everything, idadamit is the final word for the future tense. Right? Idadamit. So I created the rule. Actually, I didn't create the rule. I just
You made the language.
No, it's just like I created the steps, the procedure. I wrote it the way I understand, or easy for you to how to connect it all together. That's how I like to present it, right? Step by step, right? Ladder 1,
Right.
first step, second step.
Okay.
First step, repeat the first
Yeah,
syllable,
okay.
and then apply the e prefix. So idadamit. Idadamit is the final word here if you are talking about future tense of the verb. There are repeated syllables and prefix. That's why the tendency of Filipino words goes longer and longer. Yeah, longer and longer.
Yep.
Ikukuha, this is the step number 2. Okay, so these words given here are the future tenses of the verb. Idadamit, ikukuha. Repeat after me if you are a beginner in Tagalog. You want to learn pronunciation. Ikukuha, iboboto, ipapasok, ilalabas, iaakyat. Okay, so if you are listening to me on replay, you can go ahead, pause it, right, and then repeat what I just said. But if you are over here on live, yeah, it's much better if you are on live and tell me to repeat the thing, okay, if you need to. Okay, next, pangkasalukuyan, which means present tense. Present tense. Okay, another thing to remember. Step 1, you follow, Bruce?
Yeah.
Repeat the first syllable of the word. Same thing, repeat the first syllable of the root word. Okay, again, as before, it was dadamit, kukuha, boboto, papasok, lalabas, aakyat, uutos. Okay, if we kind of say it faster. I want to say it faster so that we have shorter videos. Okay, and if you are learning pronunciation, again, pause it and then listen from what I said. Follow what you just heard. What you just heard. Okay, step number 2. If the root word starts with a consonant, apply e as prefix. So there's condition. Does it start with a consonant? Yes or no? If it does, apply e prefix. I dadamit, i kukuha, i boboto, i papasok, i lalabas. Okay, so that's remember this. And the other way around, which is if like for example akyat and utos, those don't start on a consonant. Instead, these words start on vowel, with vowel, right? You would use ini as prefix. Ini aakyat, ini uutos. Bruce, you follow that?
Yeah.
Ini aakyat, ini uutos. Okay, so if you are new in the language, you have to really pronounce vowels separately. or vowel and consonant combination is one syllable. One vowel is a single syllable. Even if it's repeated, you have to pronounce it repeatedly. Iniaakyat, iniuutos. That is how we say this. Number 3, third step. So you just have to consider, if the root word starts with a vowel, insert in after the second letter. I think I'm what, let me see. Yeah, okay. So that's it. So if you're done with step 2 and it's the group of words that starts with consonant, you have another thing to do, which is step 3. You would say idinadamit. Idinadamit. Also, you would say ikinukuha, because you really need to insert the in between e prefix and the first letter of the root word. So that's why you get idinadamit, ikinukuha, ibinoboto, ipinapasok, inilalabas. But sometimes people, also me, I would rather say inilalabas. Ilinalabas. Ilinalabas kind of a tongue twister to me and to most people. So that's why inilalabas is better way to say it. I think with the word labas is considered irregular verb, I think. But of course, this rule can be applied to the root word labas also. Yes, Bruce, easy for you to say it. Although you can be tongue twisted also. Here,
This is where the popcorn sound comes from. I
Let's.
just realized that.
That's the reason why it's popcorn sounding. It's pinapasok, papa, papa, ipinapasok. Yes. Ibinoboto, ibinoboto. This is present tense. Yes, present tense. Later we have statements, sample sentences. Okay, and let's do past tense. How to do past tense of the verb, verbs. Again, step 1. If the root word starts with a consonant, insert in after the first letter. Insert in after the first letter. Damit, kuha, boto, pasok, labas. And this group of words start with a consonant. Let's do how to insert in. So, dinamit, kinuha, binoto, pinasok, linabas. But I would say nilabas instead. Okay. And otherwise, apply in as prefix if it starts with a vowel. Apply in. Inakyat, iniutos. Oops. Okay, I think it should be inutos only here. Let me see later. It's not consistent. Let me see that. Number 2. If the root word starts with a consonant, apply e as prefix. Ini. I think it should have been ini here. Ini akyat, ini utos. Oh, inak. It's typo here. Let me finish second step first before I get to edit the other one. Okay. Idinamit, ikinuha, ibinoto, ipinasok, ilinabas, or inilabas. Okay, so I think I'm good here on step 2, and apply in as prefix, and we're talking about past tense. Inakyat is a good word. Inutos, I think inutos is the iniutos. Iniakyat, I think ini here. Iniakyat, iniutos. Yes, object focus verb, verb. Iniakyat here, iniutos. Yes, I think ini is a good. Let me edit here, and I think this is ini, and so I would add another I here, and let's do that. I think that's the way it is. Let's do that, and yeah, apply ini as prefix. And it should be iniakyat, iniutos. Or maybe this I'm wrong, but maybe we'll see later on my following. sentence examples. And then if the root word starts with I'm okay here, and let me proceed. Yeah, and this is a kind of a summary of what I just said in the previous slides. So idamit is pawatas or infinitive base form, no aspect of time. It is the first column. There's no aspect of time. Idamit, ikuha, iboto, ipasok, iakyat. The future tense sounds like idadamit, ikukuha, iboboto, ipapasok, iakyat. Present tense, pangkasalukuyan, you get idinadamit, ikinukuha, ibinoboto. This should be ipinapasok, and then ini aakyat. Yes, ini uutos, ini aakyat is the good word, are the good words. So I would like to edit this one, ipinapasok. Let's return to that. So ipinapasok is the word here, pangkasalukuyan present tense, ini aakyat. So the other one, utos, ini uutos here. And then past tense, how do you say the past tense here? Idinamit, yes, idinamit, ikinuha, ibinoto, ipinasok, iniakyat. Okay, so if you are still confused about stress marks, idinamit, it's fast. Iniakyat, it's fast. As opposed to ikinuha, so more relaxed. Ibinoto, another relaxed word. Ipinasok. And take note that the stress here is on the second to the last syllable without the stress mark on the last syllable. Okay, more relaxed there because there's such certain stop or rest before you finish your word. Good. Let's do that. And yes, and let me remind you, if you are not subscribed yet and you wish to what? To follow what I'm doing or to learn more and more. Yes, and language is a lifetime process, right? Lifetime learning. Yes, me and Bruce have decided that we will continue this teaching you Tagalog. What? Yes, no matter what. And I'm consistent here on YouTube. For as long as YouTube allows me. Right?
Yep.
Yes, for as long as YouTube allows me, I'll be here for you. And please consider subscribing. Subscribing, please. And I am very, this is just a very small channel. I wonder why. Seems like not a lot of people are interested. Please.
And please comment below. YouTube likes it when people comment.
Yeah.
Even if you don't agree with it, they like to see comments.
They like, yes, because the algorithm don't read it anyway. So what they know is just interaction and whatever kind of interaction, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So even if you just say hi.
Say hi and everything. Or please tell us that I learned from you. It's a very good thing to hear, right? We learn from you, or what? Or tell me to stop. But if you tell me to stop it, I will continue.
Yep.
Well, just please comment, or please also share the good news to your friends and to your enemies. Right? Share it, please, because not a lot of people know that we are doing this. Or a lot of people just
especially to your enemies, because then we can teach them a new language to argue in with each other.
I know, yeah, to your enemies, right? Yes. And if you're a Filipino and you have foreign friends or family, tell them to learn from me. So you can communicate better. You have better relationship. Or if you are angry, it's nice to cuss in Tagalog. I can teach you how to say cuss words.
That's a special Patreons only class.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and please watch all my old videos. Yes. Okay, let's do that. Next, sentence examples. Okay, so see the picture. What is this about? What is all about this graphics? And
They're
let's
going to prom.
Yeah, there is a prom night. Yes. Okay, listen and let's or repeat after me. Mom, pwede mo ba akong ihiram ng damit na isusuot ko sa prom night? Again, pwede, Mom, pwede mo, ay, it's so difficult to, Ma'am, pwede mo ba akong ihiram ng damit na isusuot ko sa prom night? Yeah, what does it? Or another way to say it, another way. Ma'am, wala po, wala. Ma'am, wala pa akong idadamit sa prom night. Ibili mo naman ako, please. Again, Mom, wala pa akong idadamit sa prom night. Ibili mo naman ako, please. Okay. So if you don't want to use the term mom, you can say nanay. Nanay, pwede mo ba akong ihiram? Okay. Nanay, wala pa akong idadamit. Okay. If you are talking to your mother. So how do you want to say that, or how do we say that in English? In English you say, Mom, will you borrow me a dress to wear on the prom night? Please correct my preposition. I know I'm weak on using English preposition. Okay. Mom, I have nothing to dress on the prom night. I don't know if it's a good English. Okay. Will you buy me, please? What's your reaction, Bruce?
Yes, I have nothing to dress because she's dressing herself. I need a dress for prom night.
I need a dress.
Yeah.
But it's not, there's no, if you just use need here, I should say here, translation for the need in my first sentence.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so the way we say idadamit, so you mean that in English you mean I need a dress.
Yeah.
Because yes, this is the difference here if you are an English speaker versus Filipino. The pronoun damit, noun damit, we turn it into a verb, and when we turn it into a verb, we mean that something to wear.
Yeah. It should have been,
Idadamit.
I don't have a dress for prom night. Will you buy me a dress, please?
I don't have a dress is a good English
Yeah.
here. Okay, I'll just change it into that. I don't have a dress on the, wala pa akong idadamit. So that's what we say that in Tagalog, wala pa akong idadamit. In English you say it, I don't have a dress yet.
Yeah.
Wala pa because of the word pa. Yeah.
Because the way your
Yeah.
sentence is here is
Yes.
that she has nothing to dress, and then she's
I have
wanting her
nothing
mom
to-
to buy her.
I
Not
have
to buy her something, but to buy her. Will you buy me, please?
Will you buy me please? Is that good?
No.
Will you buy me a
because
dress,
the subject is there is
Ah.
will you buy? She can't buy her own daughter.
Well, help me with the first sentence. Yet, I have no dress on for the prom night. Is that it?
Yeah, I have no dress for the prom night.
I have no dress on
For
for for the prom night. Then, what's the next sentence?
will you buy me a dress, please?
Okay. You will buy me a dress. Thank you, Bruce. I'm learning English. Okay, the way I translate in Tagalog is what. Of course, it's a second language, right? This is the way we say it in Tagalog, and yeah, it's really not a complete translation. But idadamit means no dress. Yes, wala pa, idadamit. And then, will you buy me? Please buy me, bili mo, you buy, bili mo, me. Ako, for me here, ako, me. Anyway, dress. This is how we construct statements. Next example. More vocabulary or sentence examples again. So from the root word I am giving you sentences. Ito ang idadamit ko sa bagong taon. So there's no English translation here. You know what I mean by that? Ito ang idadamit ko sa bagong taon. Baby, do you understand this? There's no English translation. Okay. Then this guy, granting that this guy is a politician. Iboto nyo ako sa darating na halalan. darating, coming, halalan for election. Iboto nyo ako. You, nyo. You, vote for me. Okay, next. This guy. Espesyal ang iniluluto ko. Espesyal ang iniluluto ko. So, you are referring to the thing that he's cooking. That's why these verbs idadamit, iboboto, ikuha. These are object-focused verbs because you're referring to the thing, not the actor, right? You're referring to iboto, and this person, somebody will vote for him. You will vote for him. Anyone will vote for him. So this is just object, right? And same thing, luto, the object is the food. Ikuha, get. Ikuha mo ako ng merienda. Ikuha mo ako ng merienda. So where is that merienda for snack? Merienda, Bruce, snack. So where is the snack coming from? From the fridge. What do you want to do? Ikuha. Ikuha mo ako ng merienda. Okay, next slide. More sentence examples. Iutos mo sa kanya ang paglalaba. Iutos mo sa kanya ang paglalaba. Iutos means what? Command. Issue a command. Iutos mo. Who will do it? Mo. You. To whom? Who do you want to do it? Her or him. Kanya. What is that activity? Paglalaba. Paglalaba is a noun here. Although
What's paglalaba?
the laundry, laba. Here, laba. Paglalaba. The activity you're referring to is paglalaba. So paglalaba is a noun here. It's not a verb. The verb here is iutos. Right? Paglalaba is a noun here if you are intermediate in Tagalog. You agree on that, Bruce? Yes. Laundry is I cannot say it in English, but it can be confusing, and right. Just take it as Tagalog the way it is. This is how we we say it in Tagalog. Iutos, that is the verb. Who will do it? Who will do the laundry? Kanya or siya. So it's object pronoun siya. Who would issue the command? Mo, you, mo. Okay, next, another example. Ipapasok ko muna ang mga dala ko. Ipapasok ko muna ang mga dala ko. So there's a door. So she's bringing something. Ipapasok means pasok, enter. So I'm going to put these things inside. Right? Ipapasok, pasok, enter. Who will do the action? Ko, me. Okay, muna is first, and then what is that? What? The subject here is mga dala. The things that I'm carrying. Dala, mga dala. Okay, stuff, mga dala. Okay, next, another example. Hintayin mo ako diyan sa baba. Baba, familiar with baba, Bruce. Hintayin, baba. Hintayin mo ako diyan sa baba. First sentence. Iaakyat. Iaakyat ko lang ang mga pinamili ko. So, she came from the grocery or somewhere in the market. So, apparently she is talking to one person, and maybe they will chat or talk, right? So, okay, so before chatting, so wait for me. Hintayin mo ako. And then, iaakyat. I'm going to bring this stuff upstairs. Iaakyat. Okay. So, object focus again, you are talking about the things that the lady has bought from somewhere. Let's move on. And yes, please support this channel. And there is some kind of donation. I call it buy me a coffee. I think I like to replace this tagline because I think I'm aware that buy me a coffee is a network. It's a website, but I don't belong. I don't subscribe to that
It's a
website.
website?
Yes, anyway. Yeah. It's like Patreon also. And
No, I
It's,
didn't know that.
it's a network that's collecting money, and then of course they got a cut. I don't like it. I don't just like your donation be straight from my bank account. Right? So I like to rephrase this buy me a coffee thing. So if you want, please contribute. What is the best thing line to say instead of saying buy me a coffee? Think about that verse. And thank you very much if you support me, all the things that I'm doing, all the hard work, sleepless night, and Bruce is sometimes saying, you have no time for me. You are always busy writing, preparing.
Who are you again?
Yep. Okay. And maraming salamat po and for your support. And yes, please, some donation. There's the link down in the description. And subscribe to my email list. I will be writing you emails. Next. And yeah, and in this series, and there are lots of videos over there, tutorial already, all live tutorial. Most of my old videos, I've cleaned it up. I've cut some unnecessary, moments unnecessary. Yes, streams, and there are lots of these affixes, and we are almost. Although there are other more affixes that's not in the list, maybe later I will add more. And yeah, as you see on my plan outline, we are almost halfway through this. Yes, and of course we are concluding the topic on affix. So most likely next episode we will proceed with pag. Yes, pag affix. Yay. And yes, and wrap up now. Wrap up. So how do you like the orientation of my new screen? Is it good? You like it this way? Did you notice that? Okay, let's do wrap up. You're given some root words that accept prefix e
You off
second.
to the side? Looks good.
Huh? You like it
With
this
you
way?
off to the side? Looks
Yeah,
good.
I move it on the side, and there's some space. I should have a nice background. You know what I mean? It should be layered on under it. There must be some kind of graphics or what, some moving part, right? To tell you that we are live. Okay, and you've learned how to form the three tenses of e-verbs, and you learned how to use e-verbs in a Tagalog sentence. And yes, and do you appreciate this? I hope so, and I hope that you're learning from me. And of course, let me say my announcement. It's very important. We will be having a group activity. Yes, I know these people. They are committed to join us on August 21st. That's going to be next week. Yes, and it's going to be a Saturday morning. Saturday. So does it mean I'm not going to go live, or maybe I will still go live next week? And yes, it will be nice. I have to be committed to go live on a Friday, and Saturday. It's going to be group activity. Please watch. Join us in as a group, or also please join us live. Yes, watch our live presentation for Buwan ng Wika, and there's going to be contest and yeah, some kind of students participations. There could be singing. Some people will sing and other stuff. Showcase their talents. Yes. And what else? And no questions for today. It's so quiet. It's so quiet.
Everybody's on vacation, I think.
What?
Somebody's watching. There's three watching.
Yeah, there should.
Me and you and
One.
somebody else.
Ooh, I think some people are afraid to comment or
Hello,
share.
somebody else.
Yes, hello. Are you in Asia? Some people If you are non-English speaker, that's all right. I understand that you cannot compose, that it's difficult to compose comments in English, but that we're just the same. English is difficult for me also, so don't bother. Never mind wrong grammar. Same thing in Filipino language, in Tagalog. If you say it in wrong grammar, it's okay, but let me correct you. That's why I'm here. I need to correct your Tagalog sentences. Yes, so that you can be understood. Okay, and I've got to go. And thank you for your time, precious time, and I really wish that you learn from me. Okay, and I'm doing this also because of personal growth, of course. And I'm sending love, healing, protection, light, joy your way. Maraming salamat po. Magkita tayong muli. Mabuhay!